Mrs. Bragg! Mrs. Bragg, please turn on some light. Mrs. Bragg, I'm frightened. Sorry. Oh.
Miss Ross. Pull yourself together.
It's all very well for you. You can always play some records to cheer yourself up. But I honestly, Mr. Cavendish, it's driving me crazy.
What's that?
You're not afraid of the telephone? That's human and its contact with the outside world. Yes, this is Mr. James's theatre. The Daily Mail. This is the Charles Jackson second speaker. An interview. No, I'm afraid nobody at all is allowed in the theatre tonight. Charles is very strict. Yes, I'm speaking from the stage now. Sir Charles had the extension to this on the stage door yesterday. Yes, you may use that. Oh yes, the music has just been played, and the curtain has been raised, exactly like in a real play, in accordance with Sir Charles' order. Yes, the theatre is quite empty. It's been empty for a week. It's closed for cleaning. You may use that. What? No, there is no evidence as yet that the theatre is haunted. Goodbye.
Haunted?
Oh, don't.
The curious sort of word. Haunted. Oh, now, Miss Ross.
I'm all right.
You're afraid?
I'm not afraid. Afraid of what, anyhow?
Well, now, how can I know what you're afraid of until something actually happens?
So you're afraid too?
Well, no. But I don't mind confessing I'd rather be at home by the fire tonight than in St. James's Theatre. To be a bit better if there's a regular performance going on. But we are to play records at 8:30 at night in an empty theatre. Just you and I and 4 other people back.
If Sir Charles chooses to ask...
Why are those two ladies being here so suddenly this afternoon?
Nothing supernatural can possibly happen.
Why not?
Nothing ever has in your life or my life so far. Why should it start tonight?
All you can do is wait and see. It could be anything.
Anything.
What on earth have you got there?
A revolver.
A real one?
Yes, Lady Arthur.
What does she want that for?
Just in case, she said. Oh, I wish that rag woman would turn on some light. Won't you play some records or something?
I think I played it up for them, don't you? I hope you were listening just now.
I think Mr. Charles will be satisfied. He always likes a gentleman.
Good.
Oh, don't go.
Now, Miss Ross, don't you be so silly. I'll be under the stage this evening. Why don't you go and sit in one of the dressing rooms if you don't like being here alone?
Worse there. This passage is so dark. Cavendish? Oh. Now all right, May? Yes, yes. Why didn't you turn on the lights before?
I couldn't find a switch, it's late. Do you want me to blow the old blooming place, huh? I nearly broke myself pulling up this blooming curtain.
That will do, thank you. Lady Jasper wants to know immediately what preparations you're making for supper tonight. Quickly, please.
And Sir Charles Jasper wants to know immediately the curtains up, the light is on, double up now.
We'll go up together.
Are you frightened of something too?
Oh, God. I say, this telephone isn't really a telephone, is it? I'm sorry, miss. You see, I'm on the stage. No, not an actor. No, to take too long to explain. Would you get me Putney 0905? Thanks ever so much. Hello, is that you, Keith? Look here, Keith. In a few minutes, will you ring up the St. James's Theatre, Gerard 3944, and say you're the Daily Express at... I know you're not the Daily Express, but say you are. And say that you're sending round a reporter named, I think I'll call myself
and no, I'm afraid I can't explain any more now. This is not the Shaftesbury Hospital for Diseases of the Eye. Goodbye. You know, something really ought to be done about these wrong numbers. It is sickening, isn't it?
I'm afraid I haven't had the privilege.
Richardson. Simon Richardson. The telephone rang, I answered it for you.
Thank you.
Now, I have the pleasure of speaking to Miss Ross, Charles Jasper's private secretary.
You have.
Really? I say, is this really the same?
It is.
Now, I've never been on a real stage before, and there's a lump.
Is it?
Oh, perhaps you're right. May I sit down? I feel perhaps I could be more at my ease, sitting down. Thank you.
Don't you think you might be still more at your ease walking down Piccadilly?
More at my ease walking down. Do you really think so, Miss Grant?
I'm afraid you're wasting both your own time and mine, Mr.
Simonson. Richard Simon.
I thought you said your name was Simon Richardson.
Well, I can't now, can I? My name's the other one.
Which other one?
Richard Simonson.
Has your mother ever told you you have a charming smile?
Oh no, why?
Because you look as if she has.
Don't you smoke?
It isn't allowed on the stage.
Jolly sensible too. Might put the whole theatre on fire. You know, Miss Ross, I find a cigarette's wonderful when the brain's fired.
Great. Now look here, this is going a bit too far. First of all, you're walking here without so much as a by your leave.
Oh, the stage door was open, but there was nobody there to give me a bye.
There's no doorkeeper here tonight. You ought to have waited.
Oh, yes, but I have an impetuous nature. And I wandered down here, and I met you.
I'd be quite justified in bringing up the police.
Oh, you meant that?
No.
Thank you.
I'd be quite justified in bringing up the police to do your perfectly harm. Well,
as a matter of fact, Miss Gross, I'm a reporter. And I heard that yesterday Sir Charles rang up the owner of this theatre and asked for permission to live on the stage until tomorrow with a set left over from the last play running here.
and you heard that the first little interview was developed the next session.
Well, right, you know. You see, Miss Gross...
8:45 at night is no time for press interviews. Good evening. Yes, this is Mr. James. The Daily Express. Oh, what's the name, please? Simon Richardson. That's goodbye. What is your name? Richard Simonson or Simon Richardson?
Well, the one you said it was. You see, Miss Gross, I write for 2 different papers under 2 different names. That's why I'm liable to get so mixed up.
I can only give you the information that was passed on to the other. You have just 3 minutes.
Well, I already have down that Sir Charles is the author of that famous book, The Occult Through the Ages, and has already amassed nearly £50,000 from Jasper washing powder.
His uncle, Anthony Jasper, made a will in his favour, but in his youth Sir Charles was not, of course, strong,
Sir Charles enjoyed poor health.
and the doctors were afraid he would never reach middle age. For this reason, the will states that if Sir Charles was alive on his 40th birthday, that was today, November the 26th, 1930, at 11 p.m., the hour of his birth, then Sir Charles inherits the £2 million left by his uncle.
2 million. Don't. Think I better spend it.
If, on the contrary, Sir Charles were to die before tonight, the money would revert to his only living relative, a Morris mother, whose whereabouts are unknown.
If, on the contrary, Sir Charles died before...
I said if Sir Charles were to die.
Ah, but you never know.
It's nearly 9 now. Sir Charles does not suffer from heart failure.
You never know. If, on the contrary, Sir Charles died before 11 o'clock tonight, his fortune will be, I've already set out to see, received by Morris Mullin.
Haven't you ever heard of shorthand?
Well, my longhand's really awfully good. Morris Mullin.
What's the matter with you now?
Nothing. Except you look rather frightened or something.
Go on with that.
Any information about the party?
At 10 o'clock, Sir Charles was having a little family supper on the stage, but the guests for the party itself will start to arrive about 11:30.
One more thing, Miss Ross. confirm the rumour that the party is to be held in fancy dress.
The party is in fancy dress. Review costumes from the wardrobe here, representing ghosts of history.
Ghosts of history.
And when that church clock down the street strikes 11, we shall drink Sir Charles' health around this table.
That is 9 o'clock. That is exactly 2 hours from now.
Good evening.
However, the important point is, Miss Cross, why is the party being given on the stage of St. James's Theatre?
That information is not being granted to the press.
So, is there some mystery about it?
I decline to say anything about anything.
You are enjoying yourself, aren't you, Miss Cross? I have an inkling.
An inkling won't help you much.
You never know. There was no stage door keeper. There's nobody about. So they run away. Wasn't the little Italian man found murdered in a dressing room of this theatre just over a week ago?
Well,
this party's got something to do with it.
has it indeed?
Yes, it has indeed.
And what has it to do with it?
That's what I want to know.
And that's what you'll go on once. That information is not being granted to the press. Are you going out, Bragg? Why are you dressed to go out, Bragg?
Here, young man. You look as if you might be able to a lady of his one. I'm looking for Sir Charles Jasper. Is Sir Charles inside or outside the theatre at the moment?
I don't know, I'm sure, Mrs. Bragg. I'm a stranger in these parts myself.
Sir Charles is in his dressing room. He's resting at the moment and must not be disturbed.
Young man, is Sir Charles in or out?
Sir Charles is in his dressing room at the moment. He is resting and must not be disturbed.
Thank you, young man.
He looks as if I'm going to be quite useful to you, Mrs. Bragg.
Well, anyway, you don't like a poor woman's head off like certain people, what I know, and what I am not on speaking terms with, thank you very much all the same.
This is beyond a joke, Bragg. You have no business to be going out at this time. There's nobody here to look after things until but you and me until after 11 o'clock.
Mrs. Bragg, this is beyond a joke, and you have absolutely...
I know what my business is better than nobody. And as you know, young man, that if you didn't give me my correct title of Mrs., I won't be on no speaking terms with you neither. I'm a cook, not thinking chambermaid.
Now look here, Bragg.
Try again, Miss Ross.
Now look here, Mrs. Bragg.
And I guess you know, young lady, next time you send a nasty, fulminating note to me in the basement of this here theatre, that Mrs. Bragg is not spelled R-A-G, but W-R-A-G-G.
I object to your making a scene in front of a perfect stranger who might have the delicacy to know where he's wanted and where he's not.
That's good as good enough, then, Mrs.
But
Bragg.
it ain't not. And what's more, I'm not only leaving this here theatre at the present moment, I'm leaving Sir Charles Jasper's service for good Lord. And that's what I come to tell him. And that's what got me bell on for, and me bag downstairs, and me impedimenta pack.
But why this sudden flight?
Because I'm frightened.
Frightened.
I'm frightened, that's all. I'm going.
But you can't go when there's nobody here to look after things but me and you.
That's just it. Why isn't there nobody here but you, eh? Tell me that.
Because...
Don't you go interrupting me when I've got something to get off my mind. Why is there nobody here but you, eh? Tell me that. Because they've all left. And why have they all left, eh? You tell me that. What's become of that housemaid and them 2 footmen? And that butler what Sir Charles engaged to this here party for a temporary? Why have they took themselves off this very afternoon as ever was? You tell me that. Because they're frightened. Strange feelings going on in this here theatre, sir. And I think the police ought to know about it.
You mean there's a criminal hiding there?
No, not a criminal. You could deal with a criminal. A criminal belongs to this world. These are things what don't belong to this world.
Don't belong to this world. Do you mean sort of black magic or something?
You're letting your imagination run away with you.
I never let anything nor anybody run away with me. Imagination, indeed. It's all them books. All that infurities and burnings and things what everybody's seen with their very own eyes. It's their imagination.
Don't make a fool of yourself.
You listen to me. You can talk till your head falls off about the march of science and all that, but some things are beyond the march of science and always will be. My granddad, who used to live down Dorset way, he knew a woman once who had a strange string of beads round her neck and an idol by her bed. One night, fine and quiet as night of the year, she was town. Struck by lightning.
I still don't see...
Well, that wasn't imagination, was it? Neither is this. Sir Charles, he's asked enough. But what with his little idols and his incantations and his ghost ideas? I hear the police have taken an interest, and the asylums too. That's what's driving his wife crazy, poor thing.
What's that?
And they're still alive. It's a real crime, it is. If he's found one of these days, it's if he's been struck by lightning. And it won't take no storm neither.
She's worried, is she?
Oh, worried. What?
You have no proof of anything at all. Anyhow, if you go, you forfeit your wages.
I'm willing to forfeit anything as long as I get safely out of this theatre. Proof, my goodness.
Well,
that's not to tell me a room or two. Why are we sitting here in this blessed empty theatre, eh? Tell me that. Why couldn't we have this party at the Ritz, sir, like you and me? And what's all this story about this man who was murdered in his dressing room?
are you suggesting Sir Charles was the murderer?
Don't you start trying to put me on the wrong track. There's something funny about this place. I've seen it. In that book. That book.
The legend of the St. James's Theatre after original manuscript by Charles Jasper, the famous authority on the occult kingdom.
Excuse me, sir. It is very cool. Page 115. That damn woman says that she was downright fine indeed. Especially when you put two and two together. If you'd seen what I've seen just now.
What did you see?
It's a very dark passage outside the wardrobe door.
Well,
Somebody walking down it, very slowly and not making any noise. Well, I couldn't see properly, so I called out twice. No answer. She just kept on walking. She's dead. I'm sure of it. The dumb woman. And that's why I'm not staying in this theatre tonight, not for £100.
hello, Drag.
Evening, my lassie.
Oh, that's up to you out.
Yes, my lassie.
Something you've got at the party.
No, my lassie.
Has anything happened?
No, my lassie.
Something has happened. Really, Lady Jasper, I shouldn't take any notice. Quick, Mr. Drag, what is it?
Only that I've seen something upstairs, and I'm frightened to stay.
You saw something. Mrs. Drag, you've always been kind to me.
Oh, and you've been that kind to me too, my lady.
Then will you do one thing for me?
Well, my lady.
Just one thing.
Yes, I will.
Will you stay here tonight and keep me company?
Stay here?
Yes. I'm rather frightened too. I don't know what on, but I am. Oh, you will stay with me.
Oh, I dare, lady, I dare.
Oh, please, Mrs. Ragg, please.
I couldn't stay here tonight, not for £100.
I thought at least you'd be with me for my sake.
Oh, my lady. You have me crestfallen. All right, my lady. I just don't put away me bower and me impedimenta.
Would you like an aspirin, Lady Jasper? No, thank you, Miss Cross. Oh, it's a reporter, Lady Jasper. I'll get rid of it once. Once and for all, will you please leave us there? I'm so sorry to drive you away.
Not at all, Lady Jasper.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Lady Jasper.
It's nothing.
I nearly thought...
Not what?
I thought that I'd seen someone before. I'm so sorry.
I wonder if you give a struggling journalist a hand.
This is the way out, Miss Sir. And how can I give you a hand?
By giving me people with one or two exclusive bits of information.
Really? Thank you, Miss Cross.
Would you? I realize it sounds awful cheap,
It
Lady Jasper.
is! Miss Cross, would you mind doing something for me? Certainly, Lady Jasper. Would you mind telling Cavendish that my husband wants to get some news? And then going upstairs to your dressing room. Certainly, Lady Jasper. Well, you know, somebody's got to say something.
Get out there. You recognize the illusion.
I wasn't sure of that. But I knew perfectly well now. Mr. White, and Lady Tony's tea party party on Tuesday, isn't it?
Mr. North and Mrs. Appleton's cocktail party on Monday.
I'm so sorry.
You forgot all about it.
It was only for a minute.
Only a minute for you.
I'm afraid you're a very sentimental young man.
Everybody thinks fun of it, I don't know.
And now, suppose we get the interview.
Oh, I'm not a reporter at all.
Not a reporter at all?
Not a reporter at all. Never set foot in a newspaper office in my life.
I thought perhaps you had.
Oh.
You kind of, but you're untruthful as well as sentimental.
It's in a good cause.
What?
Am I being ridiculous?
A little.
Oh.
But why do you?
Miss Gross doesn't think so.
Oh, that's good.
Don't you like bride?
No.
So do I. Looks as though she'd been christened with vinegar and never recovered.
I hadn't thought of that. But you know, I'm quite prepared to allow that it's romantic with the lady on those 2 days. But you know, it might be misinterpreted.
I'm afraid you're going to disapprove of it.
I don't disapprove of it.
You you don't know how marvelous it feels to be approved of by you.
It doesn't mean to say I approve of you either.
It merely means you don't take it seriously enough to do either.
Probably.
I thought so.
And why do you say disapprove?
Because as well as being a liar, I'm an eavesdropper.
You didn't mean to say you listen like heathens.
I listened while your husband was helping you on with your baby last that time. I know. He said, by the way, darling, how I loathe you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And what did you say now?
He said, by the way, darling, I've listened to the theatre people.
The theatre people?
And they ran up and said you could take possession of the theatre as soon as you come. No. And you turned to him looking terribly worried. You said, Charles, I know it's playing with fire. Give your party anywhere else but there. And all he said was, nonsense. And you said, I'm terrified of it, Charles. I'm terrified. And you looked at him.
Well,
Ever since that night, your look of terror has troubled me. I knew there was something serious in that. So I made up my mind. I had to come here tonight under an assumed name as a reporter.
but why did you come out here under the new name of a reporter?
To help you in case...
Yes, I know. But you could come here under your own name and have your own self perfectly easily and ask if I needed rescue.
Yeah. I suppose that's good enough. Anyway, it was can she?
It was rather sporting. Thank you very much.
Just now, when Mrs. Ragg said she was leaving, you can't deny you were frightened.
I wasn't feeling myself, but I'm all right now. Honestly. Goodbye, Mr. Moore.
What on earth's the matter?
Some water, quick! No, it's all right. What did this mean? I was just turning the corner of the bed. I'm just going to turn the light. Look like it. What she said. Something moving. The young woman. You saw her.
Of course she didn't.
Mrs. Ragg saw her too.
Nonsense.
It's not nonsense. I'm all right now. It was just the dog. I expect I was a bit strong. Don't you think you better go upstairs and lie down for a minute or two? Thank you, Lady Jasper. I'm afraid I'm going to sit.
Well, we better go on where we are interrupted.
Yes,
Which means I go on saying goodbye. Go.
yes.
Goodbye.
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 No. No.
Well,
Don't go.
yes.
Don't go.
What's that?
Don't go. Don't go.
No, Charlie,
Don't go.
I'm staying. You feel better now, don't you? Yes? Yes.
Yes. I feel better.
I feel goodbye.
I'm so sorry, I mean.
I can see there's something seriously wrong with this place. Now, what I want to know is this. What is the fact that Sir Charles Jackson giving his party on the stage of the St. James's Theatre got to do with this legend of the St. James's Theatre?
I'm sick and tired of this legend of the St. James's Theatre. So whoever you are, please don't mention it in my presence again tonight. Are you rehearsing for something?
Oh, well,
Mr. North, this is my mother.
How do you do?
how do you do?
Weren't you the young man at the cocktail party I went to with my daughter?
Oh, yes.
You were very drunk.
Well, I had 3 cocktails.
You were very drunk.
I had 3 cocktails.
You were very drunk.
I had 3. Yes.
And you were very rude to me about my dress.
Oh yes, something about lace curtains.
Granted. What are you doing here? Frightening my daughter with this ridiculous rubbish about the St. James's Theatre.
It seems to me, Mrs. Arthur, that your daughter doesn't need frightening.
Oh, I'm a rather better judge of what my daughter needs, thank you, and of what she does not need.
Mother!
I'm sorry, Beatrice, but I find great difficulty in disguising from you the fact that I definitely dislike this young man.
Oh, you don't?
I do. So nice of you to have called.
Oh, you think so? Well, I'm afraid Lady Jasper has invited me to stay on.
Stay on. But Beatrice, until 11:30, it's actually a family party.
I'm sure Charles won't mind, Mother.
When?
Mother, I'm frightened.
Oh, Dictation.
You're frightened too. You're on edge, Mother.
Oh, no. If you think I'm such a blithering idiot as to get all nervy because there's this ridiculous idea about the St. James's Theatre being haunted.
Haunted? I thought I had something new.
It's all nonsense. It's that silly book. I don't care what Charles says. I'm going to throw it out of my dressing room window.
Splendid. Absolutely splendid. Exactly like a real play.
Oh, Charles, this is Mr. North, a friend of mine. I've asked him to join us at supper.
Really good. I say, don't you think it's an absolutely splendid idea of mine to have the curtain raised and all the lights on? Exactly like a real play. And perfect for my little experiment. What are you doing with that book?
Simply throw it out the dressing room window.
Give it to me. And this one. That book is the study of a lifetime.
But what is your little experiment? I'm longing to know, but then people tell me, won't you simply do?
Tonight is my great night. And that's not only because tonight I shall inherit £2 million. Tonight I shall see proven on this very stage the legend of the St. James's Theatre.
Well, won't you sit down, sir, please, and tell me all about it?
It's not a very long story, but it is rather an interesting and rather a frightening one.
Yes, sir. Go on, sir.
One morning, 95 years ago, on this very stage, an old man was found. Murdered.
Yes.
He was identified as Robert Battersby, a notorious alchemist and practicer of black magic.
That's it. Yes.
He was dark. He had supernatural powers of an extraordinary nature, which have been proven over and over again. Among these papers, they found a document which swore by all sorts of strange and terrible oaths.
Yes.
It swore that if ever he were murdered, within 10 days of his death, on the very spot where the murder took place, his ghost would walk.
Sounds pretty gruesome.
There's a far more gruesome part to come. It was foretold that the ghost would be heralded in a certain way. He said that a woman would be found wandering the site of his murder, and that she too would be done.
Because he had been done.
He said that the moment the woman regained her speech would be the moment the ghost would be near. But before it could be
Oh,
seen,
Charles, it's too horrible!
before the ghost could be seen, she would suffer a terrible death at his hands. For 10 days, the end was watched. On the 5th day, an old gypsy woman was found wandering down by the river. She spoke by signs. On the 8th day, she suddenly recovered her speech. It was found she was some sort of medium. They said she was a witch. They let her go. 3 hours later, her body was found. found.
A body?
Yes. On this very spot. On the ninth day, it was witnessed by 15 people that the ghost of the murdered man walked down the stage of this theatre.
Oh!
Please, Lady Jasper, don't upset yourself.
Is that all right? I'm all right.
But, sir, I still don't see what all that has got to do with your giving the party, no.
There was one more thing in Battlefield's document. He said if anyone else were murdered on the spot where his murder took place, another strange woman would be seen, and the murdered man's ghost would walk. And last week, just as I decided to give this little party to Berkeley, I read in the paper of another murder. A man shot dead at St. James's Theatre. I've had the place watched ever since. So far nothing has happened. Tonight is the 10th night since the murder took place.
And Battersby gave 10 nights as time limit.
Yes.
That's the whole of this property.
She did.
Miss Crosby, too. I spent the afternoon reading that book. It's terrible. Like being in the Middle Ages again. Living in dark corners of the mind that nobody knows about. Incantations, curses, symbols, images of burned wood.
Tonight the ghost will cross this stage. I'm sure of it.
I must have somebody I can trust. Don't go. Please don't go.
Now, I'm sorry I frightened you, my dear. Let's forget all about it, shall we?
What is much more important here is that at 11 o'clock tonight, your husband will inherit £2 million. And you ought to be very proud of him.
£2 million. The eternal discomfiture of my distant relative and rival, Morris Mullins. That is, of course, unless Mr. Mullins had the severity to do away with you before he left. Let's have some music and then we'll get checked.
Yes. Before we go up, I'd like to put one or two questions to this young man.
Oh, yes.
Why did you choose such a very odd hour to come visit my daughter? And tonight, of all nights?
I did, really. Well,
Well,
I wasn't bad. I wasn't visiting her the way you mean at all. I simply came to see if I could be of any help.
Charles, call your secretary. Call your secretary, I tell you. I'm doing this for your own personal protection. Will you please call your secretary?
Miss Groff, there you
Miss
are.
Ross, have you ever seen this person before?
Oh yes, Mrs. Arthur. Half an hour ago. He's a reporter. His name? He doesn't know. He's not sure if he's Simon Richardson or Richard Simonson.
It may interest you to know, Miss Ross, that he's now added a third name to his collection. That's of Mr. James North. Hannah!
Are you mad?
Terrible!
Not at all, I.
Mother, it'll go up in a minute, then where will you be?
What is more to the point, where will it be?
Well, young man, may I add yet another name to your collection? True. That is Sir Charles Jasper's only living relative, Mr. Morris Mullins.
Not guilty, thank you very much.
Get out! And I'll get now with this revolver in here. I've had a feeling all day that you'd turn up before 11 o'clock tonight.
Don't call for the police, are you?
That would be an excellent idea, Charles, tell me the police.
Oh, Mother, it's mad.
Charles, you realize that this man has insinuated himself in here with the intention of murdering you before 11 o'clock tonight?
Have I?
I hardly call you a perfect criminal, Mr. Mullins. You have every appearance of guilt. Charles, will you or will you not telephone the police?
Just a moment, sir. Lady Jasper, would you please dive into my breast pocket and fish out my passport?
Oh, my God.
Well, Beatrice?
It is the passport of a Mr. James North.
Oh.
my dear, but I think if Mr. Mullins were a criminal, he would hardly introduce himself into this theatre under such a flimsy disguise with the intention of murdering me. What with the terms of the will, the evidence would be too damning. Well, that's that then.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Mrs. Ragg.
That curtain, sir.
What's the matter, Mrs. Ragg?
Feeling a bit nervous, sir. That curtain, sir. The safety curtain. You said...
Ah, yes. I had a little reminder this morning from the London County Council. They said that our little adventure constitutes a stage play. The safety curtain must be lowered once. See that, will you, Mrs. Ragg, before we begin?
Yes, sir.
You know how to work the lever, do you?
Oh, yes, sir. The they showed me this morning before the leg. You see, sir, it's quite unstrong. So the work of one of these women is irksome in the extreme.
Well, none of you look as though you're going to go away. Is the music ready, Cavendish? Yes, Mr. Charles.
She's there. She's there again. The woman we're waiting for. Somebody's coming down the stairs. She's coming down the stairs.
How do you do? I hope you don't mind my being here. My name's Morris Mullins.
Mind yourself, curtain coming down.
No, you see, it's hydraulic. Otherwise, she'd never manage to take it out by herself.
Curtain up, sir.
Thank you, Mrs. Ragg. Well, there you are.
Real theatre. Lights on, scenery, everything. When I was interpreter at the British Embassy in Afghanistan, I noticed none of the natives ate coconuts.
Another cocktail?
Why, that's most uncommonly kind of you, Lady Jasper. I remember in Afghanistan playing in the Amateur Dramatic Society's production of The Mikado. I was playing the title role. You must often have played in amateur theatricals, Mrs. Arthur. Mrs. Arthur, yes. They tell me they're very fashionable in society over here.
I noticed you placed some photographs inside your overcoat pocket earlier. I've been privileged to see some photographs of you depicting various roles.
Depicting various roles? Certainly. I have several. Excuse me.
Well,
Charming.
well, young man.
I think it's a bore.
Well, Beatrice.
He seems very sociable.
Oh, why don't you like it?
Well, it isn't exactly that.
No, the real point is not what he is, but who.
Well, I thought he said he was Morris Mullins.
But it can't be Morris Mullins. If Morris Mullins wanted to come here this evening, at least he'd have the sense to use an assumed name.
Such as James Law. Let me see. Here's one of the polo team resting outside the canteen. Those are the team in the foreground. What you see in the background are mountains. The one marked with the cross is me. No, the man, not the mountain. It's jolly.
Yes, sweet.
You really must excuse my rudeness, but I have. But none of us caught your name when you came in.
But didn't you get my letter? Oh, how silly of me. I forgot to post it. I arrived home from the East 3 days ago and read in the papers about the windfall descending on you tonight, Charles. and about the wonderful party you're giving. Well, I wrote congratulations, and now reinforce my congratulations in person. My name is Morris Mullins. Morris Austin Mullins. Austin to my friends. Profession journalist, struggling. I'm afraid my sole claim to fame is that I'm supposed to be your only living relative. Now, let me see. What's this one of? I think this is the Palm Avenue in Bombay. Oh, no. It's the Dramatic Society dinner. So sorry. The one mark of the cross is me. No. That's the waiter of this one's thing.
See, I haven't realized.
Well, neither had I. Until I read in the papers that by your most tactless survivals, Charles, I am to be defrauded of £2 million, of which I stand sorely in need.
Well, Mr. Mullins, it may interest you to know that you've already been suspected of introducing yourself into this theatre under an assumed name with the intention of murdering me and collaring my fortune.
Oh, my dear Sir Charles, I only wish I had the brains or the pluck to do it. Well, I'm delighted to be here, but I'm afraid now I must be going.
Oh, no. Do have a cocktail anyway.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'll let you go when you're my only living relative turned up out of the blue. No, you stay.
Oh, but you see, I have to pay the penalties of being even a struggling journalist. I have a short story. I simply must get off to the city before midnight.
Very good.
Yes?
Well, why don't you finish it here?
Oh, marvelous. I'll go and fetch it. Oh, I'm afraid I can't stay after all.
Oh, why not tonight?
Well, my wife's waiting up for me. What's the number? Kensington 9127.
Kensington 9127. See, I always have my way. The Albany.
Well, if you insist. I say, how does this telephone manage to work?
I had an extension put through from the stage door yesterday.
Oh, is that you, Bettikins, darling? Yes, this is Toto. Listen, Bettikins, darling, I've been invited to rather a wonderful party. Oh, please, darling. No, darling, I promise. Only 2 glasses. Good night, darling. Love and kisses. Sweet little woman. Now, excuse me while I fetch my manuscript. Hello. Well, either he's just back from his honeymoon, or Bettikins, darling, is a very wonderful woman.
Pleasant and not intelligible. I think the fortune's safe while he's about. What say you, Miss Ross?
A harmless man, Sir Charles. You wouldn't hurt a fly.
Silence from the other two. Well,
I don't know what to say.
That's right. Well, Charles, work before play. Oh, I see you are an author too. Well, Sir Charles, I wonder if I might ask your secretary to help me with these papers.
Oh, I'm sure Miss Crossman's fine. Certainly, Mr. Mullins, I'm free at the moment.
That's most awfully good of you, Miss Cross. Thank you so much. It would merely consist of blotting each of these pages as I number them.
Certainly, Mr. Mullins.
Thank you. Now, let's see. That's 2, 3.
Mr. Mullins, I think I can promise you a most exciting evening.
Oh, really?
A murder has been committed in this theatre.
Murder? How brilliant!
And tonight, a ghost will walk. Damn. Answer that, will you, Miss Ross?
Yes, I told him to clean up in the house. Sir Charles Johnson.
Johnson,
Said it's something important.
well, I say, Sir Charles, am I in the way?
He's got a message from Sir Charles from the police. Shall I repeat it?
Yes.
Police have run him up to tell him that a young Italian man has confessed to the so-called St. James the Fifth murder of last week. He also confesses that although the body was found in the St. James's Theatre, the murder itself was committed in King's Street, and the body was dragged into the St. James's Theatre in the absence of the night watchman. Goodbye, Johnson.
So there hasn't been a murder in this theatre at all.
There you are, Lady Jasper. There's nothing to fear.
Thank God. And all that nonsense about being a dumb woman. It just shows you what reading those silly books can do to you. And there'll be no ghost. How can there be a ghost if there's no murder?
I wouldn't be too optimistic. Just one of my jokes. But this message won't stop you giving your delightfully original party, will it?
No, it's just that I've lost interest in the whole damn thing.
Well, I suggest we break up for the moment and go and get changed into our costumes.
Well, Mr. Mullins, you'll find plenty of choice in the wardrobe. Now, all change into the costumes of the ghosts of history. On with the candlelight and champagne.
I adore champagne.
Beatrice, what did it need but Sir Charles' long-lost relative to make the party complete?
It needed only that.
Beatrice.
I'm glad you think so, Lady Jasper.
Well, really, I think we ought to... Hello? What? No, don't go in there. You'll disturb me.
Disturbed him.
Man, lying in that chair.
But what did he look like?
Did you see him? He's wearing a dinner jacket and a white carnation.
There's nothing there. Oh, look!
But you're sitting... at your right side.
You don't see him now?
Well, not now. Not very often.
Well, how very odd, Sir Charles, that you should be wearing a dinner jacket and a white carnation.
Oh, it's quite natural. So many men might.
Let's go and change.
What an extraordinary thing. Anyone would think the theatre really was haunted.
I suppose we'd better go and get changed too, Beatrice.
Aren't you at least going to say one word of welcome to your new guest?
I hope you'll enjoy it.
Thank you, Lady Jasper. Lady Jasper, I'm sorry you don't like me.
Why don't you like Mr. Mullins, Beatrice?
I don't know.
Lady Jasper,
I'm so sorry.
so am I.
Are you two going up together?
Yes.
I'll come with you.
You two go now. I'll follow you second. Hello. Not very good. Let me see. How far have I numbered? 7, 8, 9, 10.
I was interested in your telephone conversation with your wife.
Interested enough to notice I kept my finger on the book all the time. 11.
No, I didn't notice.
I don't talk to my wife like that. 12.
And you're married.
What? 13.
Officially married.
Yes.
Why?
Her mother. I used to call her mother Rod of Iron.
What was the attraction?
She told me she had money. She betrayed me.
Ran off with another man.
No, she had no money.
What's her
14.
name? What does she look like?
15. 16. Elizabeth. She's at the flat. She's sweet. You haven't changed a bit, my dear. Not a day older. Elizabeth's at the flat. Not well. Got a headache or thing. 17.
And you still run? The same as you did when I married.
You married? My dear, I never heard this before.
Oh yes, I'm married.
Oh, my dear.
I married you.
Oh, yes, of course. 20. 21.
Not officially though. I had no rod of iron. I used to provide the nothing for your story. Who provides it now?
I don't write love stories anymore. I write about the problems of married life. Pays better. Comes easier to me. 22.
Well,
Tell me more, my dear.
I applied to the post as soon as I got your letter.
And there really is a will mentioning me as the next heir.
I saw it last night, that's why I sent you the telegram.
And only just in time, too. By Jove, I gambled on a rumour, and I won.
Austin, what are you hoping to do?
Now look, my dear. You're one of the most sensible women I've ever met. Use your sense now. What do you think I'm hoping to do? Drink a glass of champagne and go home with a little Bettikins, darling? Is there a doctor near the theatre? Of course I do.
You? I never dreamt you did that. I won't go on. I won't.
Be quiet. Listen to me. Listen! There's something about a theatre that always makes me want to make a speech. I've studied myself for years, and I've always been interested in my subject. Here are my conclusions. Some men are born good. They grow up to be heroes, or saints, or preachers, or ideal husbands, as the case may be. Morris Austin Mullins, however, was born bad. Very bad indeed. I like to be very well dressed, to feel very comfortable in a very big car, with the knowledge that if it breaks down, I have 7 others just as big to choose from. I like to buy for every woman I like everything she likes. I like caviar, and I like champagne. Not because I enjoy the stuff, but because it's so damnably, so gloriously expensive. Anybody can forge a check, or seduce the defenseless female. That's where my artist touch comes in. The good men have their code of sport. I have mine. The little nobodies seduce their women and then marry them because they haven't the courage of their convictions. I give a woman a hell of a good time. And cut. Please. The little nobodies forge their checks with a trembling hand and a sidelong eye in the quiet of their bedrooms. I forge mine in public with a gesture, as if I was signing a letter bequesting £1,000 to the Girls' Friendly Society. I've been fulfilling my destiny ever since I extracted chocolates from slot machines with incredible ingenuity. I've been borrowing money, stealing money, manning money, ever since I can remember. I don't take 30 sniffs at a cup of ice. I drink it to the dregs with a gesture. I am a complete criminal. Mistake. £2 million. Think of the danger that attracts me enormously. In my time, I've dabbled a dirty finger into nearly every pie, but never this.
But that's really...
Exactly. The danger. They'll turn the will on me like a great devastating spotlight. The probability of my having done it will be so great, they'll know I did it. But I'll do it in such a way that they'll never prove it. Watch the wind. Like to see the wind. Is there a doctor in the theatre?
Yes, there is.
Just so long as he's here, it's time to say his life will be distinct. I'm afraid to say, before I let my car. The quarter to 10! Ha! My pulse is as steady as a baby's. Those cocktails have put me right on my feet.
Is there nothing you're afraid of?
Oh, nothing human. What? Did you find anything useful about her papers?
I think this looks the sort of thing you want.
Ah, we have the devil's own luck. It's typewritten.
Yes, it's the loveliest she got from an undergraduate when she was at uni.
So I see. My darling Beatrice, you told me you loved me. I believe you. I said, these schoolboy affairs always sound much worse than they really are. Signed Kurt, a nickname. Good.
Well,
Who's the boyfriend?
you arrived at 8:30 tonight pretending to be a reporter. Maybe her number's your line.
Fits in perfectly. And does my titled relative trust his young wife?
He's very fond of her, yes.
My impression is that she likes her old professor of a husband, but that her mother, the dragon woman, married her to him for filthy lucre. Her heart could very easily be elsewhere. Am I right?
I think so, yes.
Fits in perfectly.
But I don't see what you're driving at.
Then wait and see. Watch me stage a first-class family squabble, guaranteed to explode in rather less than 5 minutes. First of all, it's dated 1927. Off with the dates. dragon. Glasses. Now, watch.
Mrs. Arthur! Did you call me Mr. Mullins?
Could you spare me a second? 32. 33.
Why did you skip 29?
I didn't think I did. Yes, so I did. Thank you, Mr. Ross. I'm so sorry.
I was on my way to the wardrobe. Do you like my headdress?
Little Bo Peep, where are your sheep? Can I be your crook?
Oh, Mr. Mullins. Anything I can do?
Oh, yes. About that book about the ghost.
Oh, you don't want to read that horrible book on a night of celebration.
But I do. It interests me.
Well, it was here. Look, this.
Oh, which is the best chapter to start?
Well,
Bad news.
this is monstrous. Miss Frost, tell Mr. James North I want to see him. At once. Mr. Arthur. Mr. North? Mr.
Oh,
North?
Miss Arthur, I'm so sorry. Yes, can I be of any... Well, allow that,
A mistake of
Well, it might be a perfectly harmless affair. I mean, we're all innocent until we're proved guilty.
It's no use your shielding either of them. This letter catches them flagrantly.
Did I hear Miss Ross call up?
Leave this house! I mean this theatre.
But, really, Mrs. Arthur, really?
How dare you carry on a vulgar intrigue with my daughter?
How dare you insinuate that your daughter could be vulgar if she tried?
I do insinuate. She has got mixed up in a vulgar intrigue.
I hate to contradict the lady, but she has not.
She has.
She has not. I know her better than you do.
You don't.
I do.
You don't.
You get first prize for victory. Now, keep the peace, keep the peace.
What's all this shouting, everybody?
I think I'd better go.
You're one of the family. And justice must follow its course.
Mr. North, what is this all about?
Mr. North, indeed. You mean Curly.
Curly?
In a book you've been reading.
But this is absurd. This is a love letter from a stupid young man I met at college.
This is my handwriting either.
It's typewritten.
Well, there you are.
It's a vulgar intrigue.
Mother, I don't know this gentleman.
Oh, you do. Well,
And now we know where we stand.
we do not.
There you go again.
Beatrice, your conduct strikes me dumb.
Good Lord.
Are you aware that you are a married woman? Rather well married at that.
A divorce, Ivy, is such a disgrace.
As far as I'm concerned, divorce is a headline in the Sunday newspapers and no more.
Yes, but you take jolly good care to read the paragraphs underneath. We might have known each other for years, mightn't we?
Mother, you need not be afraid of divorce. There's someone whom I don't want to marry.
No.
I don't want Charles to think I just married him for his money and played him a filthy trick.
Strikes me the filthy trick has been played already.
What do you mean?
I have a certain knowledge of life. Thank you.
Stop. That remark forfeits any claim you may have to my respect as Lady Jasper's mother. I've never told a woman what I told her before, and I'm afraid I'm going to tell you. You married your daughter for money. You're nothing but an immoral adventuress.
What? Charles!
What's going on? Is anyone hurt?
Yes. I am.
Oh, my dear, where?
Please order this gentleman off this stage at once.
Cavendish?
Cavendish.
There's no one to hear.
No, that's all right. Mr. Mullins on the phone.
Charles, it's that ridiculous letter.
What letter? Oh, no, that's nothing, Charles, dear. The point is, I have been grossly insulted by an insufferable young boor.
Oh, that's you, Mr. North.
Charles, will you please look at that letter?
That's really nothing, Charles, dear.
Excuse me.
Well, my dear Charles, I'm sure it won't be a silly mistake. Everybody can be good friends again.
It's a love letter.
Somebody wrote it to me 3 years ago.
And Mrs. Arthur was rash enough to jump to a thoroughly embarrassing conclusion about this thoroughly innocuous young man.
No, Mr. Mullins,
I don't want to interfere in what doesn't concern me. I do want to see justice done. Why, these young people have known each other for years.
But we haven't. We met last week for a second and again tonight.
Well, I'm so sorry. What do you say that for? Well, I hope I'm not causing trouble. But you saying that you knew Lady Jasper better than her own mother did?
What?
I meant that I understood Lady Jasper's character better than some people did, in spite of the fact, as I just said her, as
I see.
I'm so sorry if I put my foot in this. Oh, but really, Mr. North calling here tonight perfectly innocently.
Just a minute. He didn't. He came here in the most furtive manner possible, disguised as a reporter who couldn't remember his own name.
Oh, no. Charles Beatrice, I'm sure it
Charles, I have never been unfaithful to you, and I have no intention of being unfaithful to you now. Oh, Charles, don't you believe me?
I did. It couldn't matter less.
Oh, Charles, how can you? Charles, that's rather caddish.
Oh, I'm not an attractive husband, and unfortunately my 40th birthday won't make me any more attractive.
I'm sure when Mr. North has explained his quixotic idea for calling it a night in disguise.
Charles, you ought not to need an explanation. You ought to know me better than that.
I'm very fond of you, my dear. Unfortunately, I'm a philosopher as well, so I was quite expecting something like, well,
How dare you!
No, I'll speak for myself. Charles, I was too young to know it at the time, but I married you for your money. Beatrice, you ought to know. I've always been fond of you, but I've never loved you. If you only knew how I've tried to be fair, and mean fair too. Much fairer than you deserve. And now for you, all that means absolutely nothing against this stupid mistake. Well, I'd sooner starve than be treated as you treated me in the last few minutes. I'm leaving you tonight.
Oh, my dear Charles, this is extremely painful.
Oh, leave me. Oh, I'll talk her round, Charles. This is absurd. Beatrice, dear.
where are you going, young man?
Oh, my dear Charles, I'm really extremely sorry.
Lord. Oh, go. I was expecting something like this to happen. He's very young, Mr. Barlington.
Look at this. It's shaking you up just the same. My dear Charles, look, I tell you what, you come and sit over here and have 10 minutes complete rest before the others come back. I'll see you're not disturbed.
Very much. Very kind of you. What are you going to do?
Me? I'll get on with my short story. The child is resting. See that nobody comes down to the stage until I ring that bell.
bleeding when it doesn't. Sharpen the pencil. How do you feel?
I'm afraid I can't stand the sight of blood. I feel faint.
I'll get you a drink.
Oh, no.
I insist you feel better.
No, really.
Yes.
Well, if you insist.
I'll tell you what, I'll join you in one myself.
Oh, good.
Didn't you like to relax? Let me give you a bit of weakness.
Quite. And the dad nuisance. I must get this off to the city before midnight. Sir Charles, would you mind sorting these loose pages for me?
Be a pleasure. Anything for a girl, sir. 27, 28, 29, 31. Is it a good story?
Yes. It's a bit melodramatic. You'll love the end.
32, 33, 34, 35. I've come to an end. And you? Miracle little wife whom I care for very much. Oh, and here's to you, Mr. Mullins, my long-lost relative. And for your sake, may it be long before the clock strikes 11. It's rather sharp. How's yours?
Oh, mine's all right.
In my palette. Let's see if you can write now.
There.
I tell you what, why don't I be your secretary? Oh, you dictate and I'll write it down.
I say, that's most terribly kind of you. Well, let me see now. Where did I leave off?
The door opened with a creak of protestation. Rather good start, isn't it? Sylvia stood on the threshold in a radiant new frock, you paragraph. Why, Clara, explained her sister after a strange pause. Where have you been? I've been and got married, said Sylvia, sitting down proudly. Full stop.
A new paragraph. Married, gasped Dorothy. But, again. But why? Because, said Sylvia, with a catch in her voice, you forbade me to go to Paris. Forbade. I don't mind. Because you forbade me to go to Paris with Peter. Oh, too far.
That sounds a bit modern, yes.
And then?
End of page.
Oh, damn. I haven't any more paper.
I tell you what, Ross has left some of my personal paper over here. That's a good start. The shape of those. There we go.
How far have we got?
Paris with Peter.
My dear.
My dear.
I've done this.
I've done this.
Because what you've done
What you've done
is the unkindest thing that has ever happened to me. I'm not mad! Exclamation mark. Good luck, comma, goodbye.
Good, strong dialogue. I congratulate you.
Would you mind reading out that last bit?
My dear, I've done this because what you've done is the unkindest thing that has ever happened to me. I am not mad. Good luck. Goodbye.
Full stop.
Oh! We're after the money.
What an adventure!
What did you say?
How charming you look!
What did you say before that?
Well, I was wondering exactly what the hero of my next short story would say when he sights the skyscrapers of New York. Do you think, my God, what an adventure is plausible?
Miss Chesterfield.
No, I think I prefer the original.
What was that?
My God, why did I leave London?
Oh. Have you seen Mr. Grant?
I've been too busy to see anybody.
Too busy?
On my immortal work.
Oh. What did Mr. Grant change?
No.
Would you like me to look for this rare person for you?
This rare person is already available, thank you very much, all the same. Supper's ready, my lady, though the cooking utensils in the basement of this here theatre are such a temporary nature I never saw.
I'm so sorry.
Not so bad, my lady, considering it's all historical. I could deal all right when you used to me loot, but I met me Waterloo with Farthing jail.
Farthing jail.
Farthing jail.
It's turned a bit cold, hasn't it? We shall meet anon. I'll now go and find what use of history is most worthy that I should represent him, or it, as the case may be. Au revoir, chez Madame Rag, et tout à l'heure, great Catherine of all the Russians.
Bloody Mary to you! Beg pardon me, lady. That man breaks my nerves.
I didn't know you'd seen him before, Mrs. Bragg.
Oh, I've seen him coming in the stage door all dressed up to the nines. How dare he speak French to me?
But why don't you like him?
Ain't at first sight, my lady. That is not a nice man to know. And if you say this till you're blue, I shall still say that is not a nice man to know.
But you only saw him for a second.
His eyes. We always judge his by eyes.
Oh, that's rather interesting.
I ain't to contradict the Bible, lady, but that is a neighbour of mine I will not love. Moses had never heard of this one.
No. But when that man is standing there in front of me, I almost like him. And yet as soon as he's out of my sight, I know him. Isn't it strange?
Well, the strangest thing about it, lady, is that you almost like him when he's standing there in front of you. That's the time I ask him the most. My advice to you, my lady, is I may make some audacious, think, short and sharp. 80. And when you finish 80, start all over again. Well, my lady, we haven't got no doubt to brighten us after all. You can enjoy your party in peace.
Mrs. Bragg,
Yes, my lady.
I've always thought that you understood things so much more than some of the people I know.
Yes, my lady.
Well, Mrs. Bragg, I'm leaving here tomorrow morning.
Leaving, my lady? For your own?
Yes, for my house. Please? Mrs. Bragg, there's something I've always desired to ask you. What do you think of my husband?
Well, he's all right.
You see, my mother was raised in
Oh, you don't mind me saying so, my lady. Your mother and me don't what we might call kiss each other neither, even on Sundays.
Me and my mother accused me of something rather unjust, so I called him a cad.
Called him a cat? Oh, my lady, that was a nasty thing to do. Oh, yes, my lady, nasty. Explicitly unlike you, explicitly. But he's that fond of you, my lady. Have a good heart talk with him. Come to a real understanding, one way or the other.
Then you think I'm a coward?
And the cowards run away, my lady.
He has been rather good to me, in his funny way.
It's never too late, my lady. Man and wife must part, they might as well part in friendship as in anonymity. I don't call them.
Just go to the dressing room and tell him I would like to speak with him.
But he wasn't there. Very minute as ever was, my lady. I expect he's on stage somewhere, fiddling with the lights. I'll go and have a look round and see the scenery.
Oh, Mrs. Bragg,
Yes, my lady?
on your way round, would you go to the switchboard and turn off these lights and leave on the special lights we've arranged for the party?
Yes, my lady. It's on, lad, will you wait for me? Yes, my lady. Oh, my lady. He's fainted. He's dead. What's this? Here. Poison. I've got to work this out. Shall I telephone the police, my lady? We mustn't send for anybody. Not send for anybody? Nobody saw us. Oh no, the rest of them are still upstairs. There's not sound of that. Oh, this is terrible! Terrible! Stop! 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 There. It's all right. It's all right. I've never seen anybody dead before. It's all right. No, it's not all right. No, it's all very wrong. Then you feel it too. Your rapid death died a natural manner of dying. I know. Poison. I mean more than that. Somebody helped him to his death. But this is a letter of suicide. Suicide? Never. He never felt things bad enough for that. Last man on God's earth to do such a thing. But it's his handwriting. Forgery. But how do you know? Did you really just draw those curtains just now? Is my husband really lying behind there? Dead? Can't you help me? He's died. Yes, I'm sure of it. It's his eyes. Whose eyes? That fella that just went out of here. Who's that? You don't think? I believe. Yes. It's his eyes. I can see his eyes. Smiling. A man with eyes like that would do anything to steal a fortune. Fortune? Whose fortune? That man is Morris Mullins. Morris Mullins? What's the number for Scotland Yard? You can't have a man arrested for lying because you don't like the look of his eyes. I know. When I came in earlier, he was sitting in that chair, and he said, "My God, what an adventure! He did it!" I know he did it. But even that ain't proof enough. But then we've got to find proof. Send for a detective. Send that name in Ross. We've got to carry on perfectly ordinarily. But I know it's monstrous, but we must. I'm so sorry to trouble you, Miss Ross, but would you mind telling me where my mother is? She's changing in her dressing room. Cambridge. Deleted. Mr. North. He hasn't gone yet. Austin. He was in the top dressing room just now brushing his hair. Thank you, Miss Ross. Miss Ross, Lady Jasper, would you mind explaining how you know that Mr. Mullins' second name was Austin? I beg your pardon, Lady Jasper. You heard perfectly well the first time. Well, I don't see what Austin has to do with Mr. Mullins, if I may say so, Lady Jasper. All I know is that Austin was in Mr. Mullins' dressing room when I was passing just now. Would you please explain yourself? Why, Lady Jasper, Austin is the name of the theatre cat at Christmas
Wasn't it that last week when we came to hear the theatre with the child? And why did you present it often? Because it was sitting on the bonnet of an often seven, Lady Jasper. Oh, there was a kitten as well. I couldn't just a baby often. I see. You embroider very cleverly indeed, Miss Ross. But how do you explain often brushing his hair? I said brushing his fur, Lady Jasper. Oh, why, Lady Jasper, even if I did know Mr. Mullins' Christian name, I should never dream of using them, or mentioning his brushing his hair, Lady Jasper. May I suggest mentioning it? You are absent-minded, Miss Ross. Certainly, Lady Jasper. Thank you, Miss Ross. Not at all, Lady Jasper. Miss Ross, Lady Jasper, you're an extremely clever woman. Thank you, Lady Jasper. Shall I call for Charles? Not yet. My husband has a headache and has asked me to excuse. Mrs. Rabbit?
Yes, my lady.
Go and tell the others that supper is ready.
Yes, my lady.
Shall I ring the bell for them, Lady Jasper? No, thank you, Miss Ross. Very well, Lady Jasper. Tell them all to Mullins. Tell him that supper won't be on the table for another 10 minutes, and I'll ring when he comes. Can you remember all that?
I think so, my lady. Oh, my lady. What is going to happen?
I don't know. I really don't know. Miss Ross, will you tell my mother that we're waiting for her? Certainly, Lady Jasper. I thought you were going.
I thought you were.
I changed my
So did I. I don't care if I'm not quite as welcome in this theatre as I might be.
Why are you staying?
I want to look after you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't trust that man Mullins.
The charming man in the world. You get Chesterfield.
Permanently.
Miss Ross, would you like to sit here?
Shall I serve me, lady?
What's Charles doing all this time? He's in there. What's he doing in there? He's resting. Let's just not wake him yet, shall we? Oh, this is horrible, horrible. It's unbelievable. It's all getting mixed up in my mind. Is this really happening?
Beatrice, you're hiding something from me. I'm going to call Charles and ask him what it's all about.
No! Wait a minute. He's dead. Do you want me to draw that curtain and show you? No. What's he doing?
Bringing up a doctor.
This isn't a case for a doctor or the police. The police? My husband has been murdered.
But nobody leaves the theatre.
Beatrice, have you lost your senses?
My husband has been murdered less than half an hour ago in this theatre by somebody who is here now.
Who?
Morris Mullins. Yes. And we haven't a grain of proof.
No proof. And your husband's whole fortune going to him? It's obvious to a child.
To a child, perhaps. To a jewelry. Never.
What does it say?
I've done this. It's what you've done. Is the unkindest thing that has ever happened.
The unkindest thing. That was a misunderstanding about me.
It's a fortune.
For forgery is part of my job. I'll soon spot it for you. A forgery needs hours of careful preparation. Look, the ink's hardly dry.
Then you don't believe my husband was murdered?
Certainly looks like suicide.
Mrs. Ragg?
Yes, my lady.
My husband has committed suicide after today, and the police must be fetched. Our evening at the St. James's Theatre is over. Bring down the curtain. Turn on all the lights. And we'll send for the police. Bring down the curtain.
Yes, my lady. As soon as I can.
Let Morris Mullins come downstairs smiling. And at 11 o'clock, let him smile with the police around him. And his filthy £2 million around him. Send for the police. Bring down that curtain. Bring down that. Remember before we saw a woman running around those passages before Johnson rang up to tell us there wasn't a murder in the theatre. That's what said. A strange woman will be found wandering about the place of the murder. She tried to say something to me. She couldn't. That woman was dumb.
But if the message that the man wasn't murdered here at all, but in King Street...
There has been a murder. But there has been a murder here. True. If it is true, we are going to have more courage than we've ever had in our lives before. Oh, it's all getting mixed up in my mind. Here we are, ghosts of history, dressed up as ghosts, waiting and waiting for... He's phoning from the phone box opposite the stage door. No. I'm afraid that this next call is to Scotland Yard. You will be making a bigger fool of yourself than you have done already. Won't you, Charles? Yes. I was speaking to my husband. His wife too. He fainted. I've got so worked up over all this ghost nonsense that not only had I thought he was dead, but murdered. No, don't come back. We're not going on with the party after all. I'm too upset. Goodbye. But you're getting us off to hell! Please let me go! Let me go! Listen to me, everybody. We know that man murdered my husband, and we've got to prove it. Just for an hour, for a short while, we have got to put ourselves into the hands of something terrible, and we've got to wait. Are you all going to stay by me?
Yes.
Miss Ross, are all the doors to the auditorium locked? Yes. Then go and lock the stage door. Yes. Come, thank you, the corridor.
Okay.
Wait a minute. He must have seen it. Take it to an empty dressing room. If he is innocent, as the police will say he is, nothing will happen. If he is guilty, we must wait for whatever happens. Do you understand, Miss Ross? Yes. Come. must not know that we suspect him. I understand, Lady Jacqueline. You must not know that he suspects him.
Where's the jar?
Charles, so sorry, but he hasn't come down yet.
Where is he?
He's in his dressing room.
What a delightful picture. The ghosts of history. By the way, has anyone guessed whose ghost I am? The ghost of Cesare Borgia, the world famous poisoner.
Any longer. Why? Don't you see, he knows that we know him, and he knows that we're helpless, and he's playing games with us just for fun.
Lady Debra,
Yes, Mr. Mullins.
aren't you going to take the curtain up? What regards orders you go, Lady Debra?
Mrs. Ragg,
Yes, Eliza?
would you take the curtain up, please?
I thought you wanted it down, Eliza.
Yes, I know, but we're going on to the party after all. And bring some more cocktails, would you please?
Yes, Eliza.
That's better. It really was a grand idea of your husband to hold the night's party with the curtain up, Lady Jessica. This is romance. Candlelight is the only light for a supper such as this. The wine is so much rubier, so much more like the true gold. A supper of ghosts on the stage. The footlights glimmering in the rosy radiance of the candles, and the great dark of the theatre beyond. Well, nobody can say I haven't done my best to entertain you. I say, you do look depressed. You don't wake up soon.
I expect it to be empty theatre and the candlelight and costumes and everything.
Yes, ghosts. A supper of ghosts on the stage. That seat, or the empty seat, it might be the seat that waits for the uninvited guests. The name. About 10:30. The child must have fallen asleep. Don't you think I'd better try and wake?
No. Would you like a glass of champagne?
Lady Jasper, I quite understand. There you go.
What do you mean?
You have no particular desire to see your husband yet, Lady Jasper.
Why?
But because you had a few words with him earlier in the evening.
Of course.
Because you've got to face him sometime. How's he going to wake him?
Mr. Mullins, you said you acted once. Before I was married, I acted once too. Talking of Shakespeare, I played the role of Juliet. I got rather a jolly photograph.
Well, I'd give anything to see it.
I expect it in a suitcase somewhere, or lying about my dressing room. I'm sure you'll find it. He'll be here when you come down again.
There's really heaps of time. Oh, I'll go and get it.
Well,
What?
I don't think Mr. Mullins wants to take his drink upstairs.
Thank you. Well, cheer up, everybody. And let your philosophy of life be the same as mine.
What may your philosophy of life be?
Why? Live and let live.
Go and look him in my dressing room. Why should you do that? There isn't a photograph. Don't you see? It's a breathing space. I couldn't bear it any longer.
I will tell him we know the truth.
I'll tell him we've got evidence. He's bound to make us slip. That man has never made a slip in his life.
Now look here, Beatrice. I've given in to all this superstition for the moment, just to give you a fair chance. But are we going to be kept in this agony all night?
I don't know. How can I tell?
And is what you're waiting for? Is it going to happen?
It is, my lady. It is. What about that woman I saw in the passage?
And is it going to happen in the next 20 minutes before that man insists on drawing that curtain?
I don't know.
But we've got to prove it! We've got to prove it!
And my lady,
met her on the stairs.
If only you would speak, can't you tell? If only you would speak. The book says, if only you would speak.
She who is struck dumb, can she speak? Then will the spell be cast, and the horror grow in the place where the deed was done. In the depths of the night, after the murder has been done, in the dark, the sound of footsteps that have never walked the earth, the walking of dead feet, the moving of dead lips, the waving of dead hands, in the depths of the night, the heart that ceases to beat. Let me go! Let me go!
It's no use. When we decided to try this, I don't think we had realized what we were getting mixed up in. It may end in anything. It may end in death for all of us. It's something that ordinary brains and ordinary courage can't fight.
I know. That's the key of the stage door. What are you doing? No, no!
Don't let me get the police.
No, I know I was a fool to start it.
I
I know I was a fool to cut that wire, but please don't
I must.
You won't get to that door alive.
I must. For all of us, for goodness sake, it's the only chance we have.
I'm going to make you believe this down.
Why have you brought me here? Where am I?
You're on the stage of the London Theatre.
Which London theatre?
Mr. James.
No. Tell me it's not true. Is it a trap?
You walked in here half an hour ago.
Then why did you speak to me?
We waited for you to speak.
What did I say?
Nothing. You were making a sign.
No.
As if you were dumb.
Stop. 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 I'm listening to James's theatre. Oh, tell me not true. Tell me a picture. You are, aren't you? It isn't really the night time. You've just closed the shutters and let the candles come through just to frighten me even more. Tell me it's daylight. Because this isn't for St. James's Theatre. The next thing you're telling me is that there's bodies behind that curtain. And there's bodies behind that curtain.
Won't you tell us how you got to it?
I was on my way to a public meeting. A seance.
The seance?
For witchcraft. Oh, I tried. Wait, really, God knows I tried. When my grandfather practiced, I know. And his mother was burned and stained for Hereford. Burned? For the witch. The seance was around the corner here. I got out of my car and and I stood on my feet. Really? That's
7 o'clock.
Jane! Right. There they are, at the end of the track. He wrote this book, didn't he? I know what about it. I know what about it, Debra. That's there. See the bird here.
Yes.
Don't get frightened. We're all in just as much danger as you are. Oh, you're not. Why couldn't I speak to you when I came in here? I've never been down in my life. And it says in this book, a dark woman would have found. What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to me?
I'm going to get help.
You can't.
God knows what's been here at the stage door of this thing. But something's got to be done.
You can't. You'll never get out there alive.
Then I'll go to the front of the theatre.
No, it's all locked up and it's dark. No! We've all got to be here together. On the other side of those walls, there are crowds and lights and lights. And here we are locked up with darkness and death. You're frightened too. Why are you looking at me? You look as if I wasn't. I have this book with felt. No! Let me alone. It's a stupid book! You were thinking of your own safety when you had to go. Why are you so sad about me all of a sudden? Here you all looking at me. There's something in my book you're trying to hide from. Throw that book away! I beg you to throw that book away! What's this underneath? And she who was struck up. When she speaks, then will the spell become, and the horror grows in the place where the thief was done. Then go on. And when she speaks, then will she be called to her death. And on her dead body will rise the ghost of the murder. And there will be a murder and victimized. And I was struck up. Let me go!
But you can go if you like. Here's the key to the stage door. Once you're in the street, you'll have nothing to fear. Absolutely nothing.
That means that in here, I have everything to fear. Oh, you will look after me, won't you?
Of course we will.
Are you sure?
Of course we're sure.
Oh. What is it? Will you get up? What is it? Please? I'll change to get up. But we can't see anything. What you can't? I'm so hiding behind the table. Is he afraid too?
But there's nothing beyond the table.
There's hands on the edge of the table. His hands? What hands? There! And he's wearing a scissors. You're not looking for me now. You can't see me, can't you? There's no more to it.
Of course not.
But the hand is still there. Can't you see it? Cut off the before.
something I never knew existed. Of a trap between the four walls of this theatre. It may kill us, I don't know. We can't do anything. We've just got to face it. He mustn't find her.
Where are you going?
I'm going to see where she is.
He's right. We must keep our heads. Don't think about what's happening in front of our eyes. Think of sunshine, people, anything.
He'll burst open that door.
We must not let him out.
She's lying. Over there. Halfway down the stairs. You won't see her there. Her heart will just stop. Sudden fright. She saw something. Her face was terribly twisted. Mrs. Brown, in a few minutes, somebody quite soon may want to jump over the footlights and try to get away in the dark. I want you to stand over in this corner here. You'll be quite safe there. I've let down the safety curtain.
I dare, sir. I dare. Mrs. Brown, you'll be all right. I promise you. All right.
I won't hear it. Everyone. They're going to come. Now remember, we've got to keep our heads.
She sees something out there.
But there's no doubt.
What is it? What have you seen? There's somebody standing out there.
But we're all here.
Is somebody coming from the street?
Everyone's locked up. Nobody has got in from the street.
There's only one in the street. It isn't like that.
And we're all here.
Look!
Several times.
Only once, my name's straight up.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Mullins.
And I've seen thousands of photographs, but not one of my charming hostess is Juliet.
I'm so sorry.
It's just gone 11. Where can Sir Charles be, Lady Jasper?
Is it the right time, Charles? Charles is so sorry. But he fell asleep over a glass of wine.
And now I think is the moment to drink to our host, Sir Charles Jasper.
All right! You beat me! But even if you have, I'd be damn clever just the same. And you'll try and stop them knowing how clever I was, will you? By pretending nothing at all happened, will you? You're going to be kind to me and let me off, are you? You're going to forgive me. Forgive me? Ha! That clock striking now means £2 million that slipped through my fingers. But you won't stop me telling them how near I came to your blasted $2 million. That's my short story. That's how I started dictating to him. That's how I got him to write his own suicide letter when he wasn't committing suicide at all. With that damn poison at work, he would have come off too. Lost your $2 million like a common bungler, but I'm making sure you were dead when I left you. But I'm not like you pretending I wasn't damn clever. Damn clever! Damn clever!
No!
You didn't see that! You didn't see that! You didn't see that! There's nothing there! Look! There's nothing there! No! No! What's it going down? It's a wall! A prison wall! Something in! Something in! Something in!
The curtain is coming down. It will not rise again. It need not. For a murder has been arranged, a murder has been committed, and the murderer has been brought to book. This evening's adventure in the St James's Theatre, London, is at an end.